The key of life is evolution. Everybody listen. The key of this lifetime that we're in is evolution. Evolution, people. Evolution can be looked at different ways. Evolution can be looked at as, how can I dumb it down? Evolution can be looked at as upgrades or complete change, like the evolution of the world. Like in my time here on this planet, I've seen multiple worlds. Evolution. The world that I was raised in, the colors were different. The clothes was different. The cars was different. The sounds were different. The music was different. The food was different. Then becoming a teenager, it changes again. The colors change. The food changes. The music changes. The humans change. The elements have even changed. From 21 to 30, another world. Element change. Food change. And so on and so forth, right? The key to survive on this planet is evolution. The moment you do not evolve with the surroundings, the moment you do not evolve with the circumstances, that's when you die. I think we all have somebody in our family that is stuck in the past. So we might have a guy that is still wearing Jabot jeans or shit. It's always one person that's stuck in one era of life. I've never been stuck. I've always changed. If you think about since I've been a rapper, I've always changed. How many versions have you saw of me? Multiple. Everyone dangerous in his own right, in his own regard. Like the one I came in with was a different danger opposed to the one that I am now. Two different humans, right? Everybody that listens to me, always be willing to change. Mhm. Change does not mean you failed at something. No, it just means you adapted to the surrounding. Like let's say for instance, if one of you niggas hoes, one of y'all little dirty foot hoes sit around y'all, smoke black and milds, eat Taco Bell, hot chips, bitch sucks a pickle, has a Slurpee. The visual of that girl will resemble everything that you give her. The Hennessy, the pills, she will look like that. She sits with me, we change everything. She will look like that. That is a form of evolution and adapting to your surroundings. Because if you bring a dirty foot, if I take your dirty foot bitch you had and I teach her house rules, you cannot stand on this couch, child. We don't do that here. Evolution, adaptation. What I've learned over time was to adapt and understand things and say, if you're the best guy, here comes the trap. The weakest guy on the floor does not see the double team or the triple team. No, he doesn't. The best guy does. So then you have to ask yourself, are you not the best guy? Fucking right he is. Fucking right he is. Right? And when you the average human, all y'all here that listen to me, y'all are the best at something. That's why y'all draw to me, right? Because the people that's the best, they draw to the best. Like hood rats draw the hood rats. You know, dope boys draw the dope boys. Rappers draw. It's just, it's a mirror effect. I think in this lifetime, we're going to figure out so many things the older we get. In this era, is one thing that's different. Nothing makes sense. This is the era of life where nothing has to make sense. I can go to the store and buy a goldfish. right? In this, okay, not me, because I wouldn't lie to myself like you stupid niggas. You can go to the store and buy you a fucking goldfish. If you, in this era, if you look at that goldfish 70,000 times, you can tell yourself that goldfish is a fucking shark. Does not matter that the receipt says goldfish. You can look at it and you will start looking at your fucking aquarium and start telling yourself you talking to Jaws. Like, come here, Jaws, get that behavior. And it's a fucking goldfish, right? This is the first era of life where you can change reality, where you can attempt to change reality. That never was a thing. Like, for instance, in the court of law, right? You can't just say, if 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 the court system went along the lines of, hey y'all, what do we want to do to him? Fuck it. We said he robbed that bank. The world would be fucked up. That's not how the world operates. You got to get him. In my form. Oh, first off, too, and time out on the play. Evil. You should. I learned to suppress mine. See the elements of what I was saying earlier. The elements shape you. When I went back to the city, I touched the ground, and the elements shaped me back to who I was for a brief moment. Then when I leave, and then when I go to Vegas and shit like that, I'm one of them because the elements shape you. I'm controlling the elements though. In this square. But hypothetically speaking, let's just say this, right? A ghostwriter would tell y'all he wrote for a god. Ghostwriter has no power. He's not a god. The ghostwriter will tell you he's a ghostwriter, but none of his clients has ever been released. But the guy who you didn't do it for is under the lights because the lights, the power will attract people. The thing is, people, when you fuck with me or when you get 15 seconds of it, you got to make it count though. You got to, because you, if you do not make it count, then you won't get another shot at that. So you got to be careful and calculate. Everything I do is calculated. If I can predict your response or if I can predict how you will react, I've already calculated my next four moves anyway. I didn't expect something. The way you defeat somebody in war, change pattern. For instance, oh, shout out to Whack 100. The fight was about to be Blueface and Whack 100. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, Blueface and Avert. That was the fight. Whack called me with a bag so stupid. I was like, are you crazy? Papa's in that ring. Is you crazy? What? Yeah, absolutely. So I was gonna get in there with Blueface. Wax said it on No Jumper. The fight was a verb. I am 190 pounds. Therefore, currently I'm packing on a little weight for some reason. Right? That's a whole nother flex though. Power, right? It attracts power. No matter what you think or felt. One thing that I've been telling y'all I was gonna get, I got now. Hallelujah. If you know, you know. The thing with these things, so you say this one can do this for this one. And he's never done it for himself, and this one already beat this one. And then the story will change. Okay, it's right there. All you gotta do is read it. This is the reason why I say, you know what? No, nobody will be spared. I do. Let me get an opportunity to. You hear me? Let me get an opportunity to decide the fate of anybody. Right? So how is that possible? You say, all right, well, all right. So check this out. I've helped quite a few people. Not like help them. See, I won't consider that help. If they rap something on the phone, that's something I done with every rapper in the Midwest. You rap something, and I say, hey, you should probably change this dynamic or do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not a form of working on his product, it's lining it up. Hey, this is better. We've all done that, right? All the writing crews in that funky sport that you have, right? I've never been a part of none of them. How many crews is there? Let's start. Gun titles, Cave Gang, EFB, Writer's Block, Team Hami. So here's my question. What are y'all a team for? I've never been a part of no team. The guy who, if you notice, the guy who doesn't do something is who they want to blame. Like I don't sleep with men. They'll say I'm gay. I do whatever I want on this planet. They'll tell you what I don't have. I've never been a part of any teams. NW. So let's go back. NWX, Writer's Block, EFB, Cave Gang, Gun Titles. Um, it's so many crews, right? Of writers, right? So what do you guys become a crew for? Well, it's not promotion because none of you guys are promoted. Can be promotion. It's not like you guys are working on music together or anything like that either, right? So what would be the purpose? What would be the purpose though? So the guy who you didn't do that for, and it's right there, read. The raps are documented. They're right there. Tell me what y'all see. But sometimes people will just say, I want that for you, right? Didn't change the fact it's not accurate. That's called fear. So let's think about the crews around here, right? Why do y'all join crews? All right, let's play a game, right? If a crew of people write together, y'all have not noticed that crew of people that write together, they all go on stage quite frequent. Well, how is that possible? But you know what? There's no point of proving those things. I would never prove those things because when a human wants a tag on you, that's just what it is. I would be the fool to try to explain different. Well, we have tons of crews. So have you ever seen the crews put out a mixtape together? We haven't seen any crews put out a mixtape together, have we? Okay. Do you ever see these crews on vacation together? No. Do you ever see these crews investing in anything together or no? You see them when it's time to rap. Name for me one crew member of any crew. Check this out. NWX, EFB, Writer's Block, Cave Gang, Gun Titles, Team Hami. Name for me one group member that didn't rap quite often. Oh, here's another punchline too. Some of the guys from Writer's Block also are in EFB, which don't make sense either. And here's the thing. You notice something about one set of a crew? Like let's just think about it, right? How do all the people that write the same join together? Like, let's cut the shit. Okay, so when we go to, and this is not highlighting them or nothing like that or saying nothing, right? Writer's Block has the same writers, a few of the same writers that's in EFB. They kind of write the same. Punchers. If everybody goes on stage at a high clip, how is that possible? Tomato, tomato. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But the guy that has stood alone needed help from this one. And this same guy is on this show saying, Verb was my friend. He was giving me money outside of battle rap when I needed it. So what happened was you needed something else and they was able to buy your soul. And that's okay. That's okay. In the middle of a war, you're gonna have that. That's cool. It started from a guy that was under pressure. And I get it. I get it. You know what that is. Check this out. We got people that say they got award rounds for me in their phone before the battle. Like these things, but it does not matter. If you want the tag, put it on him. Here's a human trait that most humans do, right? Humans project on other humans what they are. So if you hear a person say, "You're jealous of me, you're jealous of me, you're jealous of me," that's not accurate. How would you be able to tell what that human feel like? You hate me deep down inside. You hate That's you projecting. A human projects insecurities upon other people. That is one thing that a human being natural instinct does. A coward would do that. Here, well, no, but everybody look here. I don't do that. Put it on him. He did it. He's the one that did it. It's him. Him. Like, have y'all ever been in a setting and then somebody say, "Hey, my wallet is missing," right? Somebody says, "My wallet is missing. My wallet is missing." It's usually the person who stole it is the first one that says, "I don't have your wallet." When he says my wallet is missing, the first person that raises their hand and say, "No, I ain't do that. I ain't got your wallet." That's your guy. That's your guy every time. But don't worry, guys. These traits, nothing matters though. Trust and believe, because if you're looking at a goldfish and telling yourself it's a shark, so be it. You can't see the world through your eyes. Nobody can. So I learned that with human behavior, some human behaviors you have to forgive because they just doing their natural instinct. Some humans are just operating in their natural instinct. A human's natural instinct. If it's me or you, it's you. Yes or no? Right. So if it gets down to the point and it's two people and it's a $1 million check in front of them, it's going to be you versus that person. And you're going to tell yourself, it's me. I want the money. You put $1 million cash in front of me and anybody else, and you say one of y'all can take it, whoever walk out that room. The other guy dies every time. So some things are just human behaviors that are get human behaviors mixed with emotion or time bombs. The time bombs. It's like it's because some things you're just going to do as a human being. Like a human being will operate in a pack setting. Okay, like if a human has wronged you, the human can't look you in your face. If the human has not wronged you, he can look you in your face. Do y'all understand that too? Like how many times have somebody stole something from y'all and you never saw them again? Because they can't, the human behavior, the eyes is gonna tell you. The eyes will tell you. If I know I ain't wronged you, I can look you in your eye. If I know I wronged you, I will never come near you because I know I wronged you. That's how this shit works, man. And once you understand that, you get it. You can simplify life down. Life is easy. It's easy work, easy work. You have to understand if you carry a certain power, you will definitely face things that's unrealistic. But because you're powerful, you can handle them. You go numb. The man that doesn't care always wins. He's the most feared on the planet. I wouldn't care. I don't care. The one who doesn't care, the one who says, "I don't give a fuck," so be it. That's the one you're afraid of. And what does fear make you do? Fear makes you attack. Like they ever tell you, the most dangerous nigga to play with is not a gangster, it's a scary nigga. The nigga who's scared is the one gonna kill your ass. He's gonna kill you because he's not in the settings he's not ever in the settings to understand no gangster shit. He's in the settings to survive. And in survival, you must kill every single time. In survival, you have to kill. When people are fighting for positioning, you have to kill. If it's two girls that want this job being this manager and the boss fucking them both, it's whichever one of y'all sitting prettier. Simple, simple. It's always going to be you versus another human or you versus 50 humans if you are special. The special people can navigate through it because they know it's coming. If you ever played sports, the double team, the traps, all the ref, all that goes against your best guy. It does not go against your second best guy. It goes against your number one best guy. So tactics in sports and tactics in anything else are applied the same. If one guy is very, very strong, it's going to take 90 of them to even slow it down. You can't slow it down. It's really, really strong. But hatred will make you do. These are people. Y'all heard that man say he was my friend, man. He used to give me money outside of this whenever he needed me. Betrayal, lied, but nobody who you done work for has been released. None of their names. The guy you didn't do it for gets the blame, but nobody you have worked for has been released. I think that doesn't make any sense. If you are this, then everything got to come on the table. You understand what I'm saying? Like when we get certain situations, I lay everything on the table in front of you, so we won't have a surprise later. I put it right on the table in front of you. Slap the table. Boom. Here's everything. That eliminates your next counters because everything is here now. When you hold counters, something's off, right? So who are the other guys then? I'm eager to know who's the other guys. I think we should know that. I think that's more than because it's not there though. See, on this guy, it's not matching. That's why I just post a link and say, here's what I did to Calico. Here's what I did to him. Y'all get back with me. Everybody gets quiet. So when you know people are willing to, and what's even worse is that's wrong as fuck to be. I would say something though because I'm not gonna be a part of that. Because when you're a part of that, that shit spins back on you, and evidently most people can't take that. Shit, I can take it because I know it ain't there. Anything is right there. All you gotta do is open your eyes, right? But see, in certain worlds and certain places, right, a person can just shift whatever they want. Have y'all ever had a person just say something on you? Everybody here has had somebody that just says something on you, right? Everybody here. Wait a minute, hold on. Can y'all hear me? Light up if you can hear me, because I don't know, something just beeps. Light up if you can hear me. Light up if you can hear me. Light up if you can hear me. Let me see. Okay, y'all can't hear me? Okay, cool, cool. Everybody here, just think about this, right? Everybody here has experienced a person in life that has just flat out said something on you that wasn't accurate. Nothing changes. Everybody here, think about it. Like, hey, make some noise, right? Light up. I don't got my phone in my hand. But show the unity, right? Have you ever had somebody in your lifetime completely say you did something you didn't? Everybody has. It's not even possible to be a human being and not have another human being lie on them. Never. It's impossible. Okay. So all you do is take those scenarios, right? And then you just put it under a microscope under brighter lights. It's the exact same scenario. There is no difference. There is no difference from what we see and what y'all see because we the same human. We just express talent a different way. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. So if you've had somebody lie on you for no reason, where you say that ain't what the fuck that is, nothing's different. You understand? So just take those feelings and put them under microscopes, like hide deception, like try to make people think that you something that, and it's just like, okay, but you understand you have to go through that when you the best nigga, when you're the most danger, when you're not a threatening piece, nothing will happen to you. If you want to work hard and you say, I need people to feel like that, and you know that's not accurate, that's an insecurity. I don't have no insecurities. And I can look anybody in their face because I know I ain't did that. Anybody. So y'all adapt those feelings. Walk around and don't care. The person who is the when you walk around on this planet and you're numb to whatever action comes, how could you care? Nothing will hurt you. How would it hurt you? The only things that can hurt you on the planet is shit you care about. Those are the only things that can hurt you. I don't give a fuck if somebody is I don't give a fuck if somebody I don't fuck with they lose their finger and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The only things that can affect your emotion is shit that you care about. The smaller amount of things you don't care about, the more power the more power you will get, the more adversity that'll come your way because why are you that strong? I'm designed to be that way. And when look how they if you go to the Bible, right, and you say, look how they did Jesus. He told them, hey, I'm God's child. You can't do that. You can't walk on water. You can't do those things. You can't. So they laughed and they pointed fingers and they hung him, stabbed him up real good. This is the story. This when I say these stories, I look at them from different perspectives. I look at the stories and say, how do you apply that to real life? When you're special, this will happen to you. If you're not special, nothing will ever happen to you. But nobody will ever ask you for a picture. Nobody will ever ask you for a moment of your presence either. So it's a give and take type of thing. What they did to Jesus in that Bible, off him being special, unrealistic. They killed him. He rose still. Nothing changed. You can kill him. You can point your fingers at the person. You can throw your rocks and hide your hands. You can do all that. He still got up though, like he said he was. Which means I look at that from the theory of that means the humans that stand against special have no power. Because if you kill him, if you're just reading the Bible or you know the stories, if you kill him and he gets up 3 days later, y'all ain't shit. And he is who the fuck he said he was, right? The only difference for me, do I think that I'm God's son? No. I think that I'm like a nephew because if they would have killed me and I rose, I would have killed their tribes, man. I'd have killed every tribe, everybody. Mwah! I know y'all was buying into that. I'm sorry, I changed. But I would have killed many tribes for sure. See, that's why I know that I would never compare myself to God because those things I don't have. I would rise and I would take out village after village of everyone who threw a rock slowly. From the squirrels, everything in the fucking village, the chickens, the eggs, every motherfucking thing, the horses. That's what I would have did if I was in that situation. But when you're special, you're gonna have it. If let me listen, time out on the play. I'm not talking to the ugly guys right now. Y'all cool with me, just one second. All right, if you a handsome nigga at any point in your life, you were hated. For sure. Absolutely. If a ugly nigga gets some money, he becomes hated. What that tells you is what? Special abilities bring hate regardless. No one hates the normal nigga. Special abilities, right? Special abilities. They will gander you hate. So if you just a handsome guy, you will be hated. If you were shout out to my boy Flip in the building, that's my dog, Court Square Village. He know what I'm talking about. He got funny eyes. He know what I'm talking about. You will be targeted, man. You will be disliked for no reason. That's what happens when you're special or you got any ability, right? What I learned to do was to control and harvest that now. Yes, control and harvest. Because the person that wins in war is the one who changes. His movements change. Temperature changes, calculations change, reevaluation, right? If you stay the same in war, you never win because he can read it. He can read the play. Coming, okay, this is going to happen. This is the reaction from that because he's going to think this way. All right, cool. If you know that, you're already 3 steps ahead. So your second move is already done when the first thing goes the way that you said it was going to go. Let me simplify it down, right? Okay, let me simplify. Let me simplify. Okay, so if you wanna if you want to kill a man and you knew every day at 3:17 he's picking up this child. When the child gets in the car, he's smiling. It's telling you that's his happy place. At 3:17 every day, he is a prey and doesn't even know it until he switches his cars and starts coming at 3:45. Or he starts switching his cars and he starts picking the child up early at 3 o'clock and shit like that. That's when you're no longer a target. But as long as a person that you are at it with can gauge you, that's not a good idea. No man can gauge me. No. And nobody should be able to gauge y'all. Because once they can, you're powerless. Listen to my words, people. Once a person can gauge exactly who you are, exactly the tempo, exactly how you're going to behave, exactly those moves. Once he can honestly catch that, you will never beat him. And that goes for a girl too, because she knows already. She knows if she catches you, if you post a picture and her nigga's hand is in your lap, you gonna get the response from her that you need. You can control it. Nobody should be able to control your thought pattern. And one thing I want y'all always to understand is always change, always evolve, always recalculate. Sometimes in life, you got to go back and recalculate things, recalculate steps. Go back and say, okay, this step, if I would have took 2 steps to the left, I would have knocked him out here. Instead, I went one left, one to the right. I didn't turn my hips. Here's the punch that I missed here. When you go back and review the game tape, that doesn't look mean as a failure. No, no, no. What it means is you're studying, you're evolving, and you're learning how to shift your movements. You're learning, okay, cool. When I was in this war here, I shot these four. I should have took this one here. You understand what I'm saying? And then you just apply all those things into your mind. And then what you do is you re-upgrade and you become a different human, a total different thought pattern, total different structure of thinking, because now your mind is shifted to Tetris. Like, so my how my brain works due to the amount of anxiety and stress I've taken my whole life and targeted, right? Those things, it makes you so numb that nothing will bother you. People will think they bother you. They don't even qualify to bother you because the power won't let you, because he's seen to. If, do y'all think, honestly, honestly, I want everybody here to think, do you think any of you right now who listen to me can punch Mike Tyson in his face and he know you finna punch him? You think you could hurt him? Same, it's the same concept. And do any of y'all think you can ball your fist up and punch Mike Tyson in his face with him knowing and hurt him? No, he's been punched too many times by professional punchers. He's been punched too many times, too many days in a gym. Your hands will, he will feel nothing but just alerted that you hit him. That's how this works with me. But in my new venture, my new world, and a shout out to Wack too. Oh yeah, because y'all will definitely probably see me on Brand Risk this year. Um, displaying. I what he did was crazy. So you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes people will just see like, hey man, like like no, I see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Level the playing field. So. But very very soon though, right? Very very soon everything like man, so many things that had happened. I had a choice, right? I would, and what people don't really understand is when you hold more weapons than what you think, than what the enemy thinks, and you reserve the weapons, not weapons of emotion or weapons of ha ha, because everything can be proven, right? Not a weapon of ha ha, not a weapon of look ha ha, this happened to you or no shit like that. Weapons of mass destruction, and then you hold them and you say, no, that is when you know you're a king for real. That's when you know your strength is beyond measure. Because most people will react and just burn the village down like that. No.